Rolling.
Hey, Arnie.
Hey, Michael. We're
How you
gathered
doing?
for another conversation, and
Yeah.
today we'd like to do something um, sort of crystal ballish by taking a look at the future. And for this one, I'd like to make the topic be related to something I've asked students to be discussing this week, which is reasons for being optimistic or pessimistic about the future of publishing. And the students already know, I think, that I tend to be glasses half full and probably a little bit over on that side. So let me start by saying why I'm optimistic about the future of publishing for reasons that I may not have covered otherwise. But last time, Michael, we talked about abundance and we talked about content abundance. And I have to think that abundance is something that creates opportunities, however it's sliced. And I think out of those opportunities, smart people, greedy people, talented people will be able to fashion something that will be good. I mean, this sounds like just blind optimism, but I really think where you can look at places in history and see what's happened with sudden abundance, there's usually been concern about, oh, we're getting a lot of crap. And that's certainly true for online content. When everybody can publish, everybody may publish, and not everybody should publish. So there seems to be just a ton of crap. But abundance also brings with it, I think, new voices, new talent, and with the directness permitted by internet, there's just more opportunities for discovery of that content. You can argue that there's more crap and it's harder to find stuff, but at the same time, we also have a growth in audiences and in sort of virtual editors who can pull things out. There are some interesting experiments that I've seen with authors posting their works online and getting sort of crowdsourced reviews. I think a very promising way for picking up talent. So my first reason for being optimistic is there's lots of stuff out there, and abundance, content abundance, is a good thing. And I also think it's a socially good thing too. We know that
So yeah, socially, it's wonderful.
it's
It's
wonderful. Yeah,
had all sorts of good consequences.
yes.
I am in general very pessimistic about the near future, the next decade, globally and economically and environmentally. In terms of publishing, I am more of an optimist than I am about the rest of things,
Okay.
because I think the digital environment has become so key and potentially can be so efficiency making that the opportunities are going to abound for creative, innovative, thoughtful people. We in the realm of abundance. Back to there being so much crap. If I had the right filter, I could filter out solid gold from the ocean. If I had the right technology, and that's kind of what publishing may be moving to. Is no matter how much crap there is, there's also nutrients, and to carry that metaphor forward, it becomes compost. But really, more to the point, there are these opportunities that were not the publishing of the old era, but are the publishing of the new era.
Mm-hmm.
And identifying those and building on the strengths of the old in the realm of the new is really the challenge that we have in front of us. And there's all sorts of possibilities and reasons for optimism on that score.
Right, right. And abundance has another dimension too. There's an abundance on the audience side too. So there are more people, more potential readers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's sort of untapped potential for readers. I had a conversation with a colleague recently who thinks, well, it really is a golden era for content. It's just a terrible time for paid content. And that's going to
Yes.
be the death of publishers. And there's certainly challenges for paid content. But I even remain optimistic about that for a couple of reasons. First, it's really early. This digital thing has been going on if you've been in the midst of it, it may feel like a long time, but it's not. Even the Kindle, which has had such a dramatic effect in sort of reshaping what we think about,
It's, yeah.
it's just 5 years old.
Right, and it's primitive.
And it's really
almost all of
primitive.
the social engagement systems we're using are primitive. The fact that we can talk by Skype is wonderful and miraculous to people like us.
Right.
But it is very primitive. We had to have secondary software to be able to record it.
Yes.
I can't really effectively make comments on the side that somebody else could be reading while I'm talking to you.
That's right.
There's so many things that are waiting for utility, and I think that remembering that we're just doing baby steps is really important. This is the very early era of the internet, and it's nothing compared to what we're going to be seeing in the near future.
Right. So you sound more optimistic by the minute, Michael. I also tend to believe that we're really part of a virtuous cycle right now, that abundance is creating more opportunity, it's creating more readers, more authors, and that's just going to unleash more creativity on how to take advantage of this. So I wish I could give somebody a guarantee and say, yes, publishing will be here in 5 years, only twice as big and 4 times as profitable. And I can't. But I'm really confident that there's going to be publishing, and the publishers are going to be vital.
And value in the marketplace.
And add value. And, if they don't add value, they'll go away. But I'm confident that there are... publishers will be here. They have significant challenges, but that's what makes it fun. Otherwise, it would be just straightforward. So that's a little bit about why I'm optimistic. Why am I pessimistic? Are you pessimistic? I think I don't have a strong case to make for pessimism, and maybe it's because I don't spend that much time on those issues. I think that you can be pessimistic about certain areas or segments of publishing. So, it probably sucks to be a newspaper publisher.
Or in reference publishing, or in directory publishing. Yeah. But those aren't the growth theory. I wouldn't want to be Yellow Pages,
Right.
They know that too.
Right. So there are a lot of areas where it's very easy to be disintermediated. And I like any video where I can say disintermediated. There are lots of cases for that. So there will be continuing, decline in some segments of publishing. I just don't think that speaks to the whole of publishing. And really, if you paid me a lot of money to make the pessimistic case, I wouldn't be able to do it. You wouldn't get your money's worth.
Oh, yes, I could do it.
Well, I give you the floor for the last minute then.
Well, only that if things go to hell in a handbasket, like I fear they might be going, there won't be any economy at all to sustain publishing. But I think publishing will be publishing and the internet will be among the last to go. I think we would see a lot of industries collapse before the online experience would, and the value of publishers to the people who are paying the bills for the online experiences that we're having. Anyway, on that note, we can close down this segment.
Okay. Well, thanks very much, Michael.
Talk to you soon.